Hey, you guys, welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, I know on Wednesday when you were in here, I was talking about what was going on this weekend. We had a change of plans, so I am here with you guys. So, yes, we are on live tonight. Glad you're here. We got a lot to talk about. Trish is on the line with me as well.
Hey, hey.
So, Keisha should be popping in pretty soon, and Bree should be coming in right before the top of the next hour.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, and then we'll play. I guess Keisha will jump in. She'll play catch up a little bit. So, welcome you guys to Soap Corner Talk. I am T, and I got Trish on the line. Keisha's coming, as I said before, and also Bree. And on this channel, on our lives, we do a recap of the previous week because, that's why we do it on Friday. Both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is for the week of July 8th through July 12th. We do have a lot to unpack, I would say, with both shows. This has been a very interesting sweeps month, and we're almost in halfway through it. So it is getting interesting by the day, and I see some new faces. I did drop the link in the chat for the Facebook group. So if you want to come over there and join, we got a lot of engagement over there, commenting, conversations. We're also in that group. Of course, we're the admins over there. And we got our own little community over there as well. Also, I don't think there's a way to set up groups on Instagram,
I
or
don't know.
I don't think so. But if you want to join the Facebook group, you can. I am also on Instagram, TikTok, X, Rumble, Threads, and Medium is where the blog is as well. So if you type in Soap Corner Talk, you're going to find one of those platforms with our content. All right. All right. Yes. And Belinda said, don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Absolutely. Hit the like button. Make sure you tell YouTube to share the content and it gets into the algorithm and send some new folks over. Obviously, it's been working because I've seen a lot of new faces over here.
Yeah, I've been approving a lot of new people to the Facebook group, so it's
Ye-
cool.
Yes, 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 yes. It's grown to be a nice little community over there. So, all right, you ready, Trish?
I'm ready. Let's talk about people who don't actually exist.
Yeah. You're so silly. All right. So, we're going to start with YNR. And so, I'm going to give you a summary, you guys, for those that are new here. Oh, yeah. We do Young and the Restless first half, second half of the show, Bold and Beautiful. We have other segments at the end, Flip the Script, Who's Taking Several Seats, our Star of the Week, and our Pickle of the Week. So we're about to have some fun if you're new here. And I know a lot of my OGs in the chat, they tend to be very, very nice. They'll have conversations with you. So, yeah, we have a nice little party over here on Friday nights. And sometimes, and actually, Trish, sometimes I think the writers are listening.
I hope so. They should be.
They should be. By now, they probably know that we exist. I don't know if, it might be other channels out there that go live and talk about the CBS soaps. I'm not sure. So I won't sit up here and say, yeah, we're the only one. No, I don't know.
I don't
YouTube
know.
is a big planet. So in itself. But it would be nice if that is the case. Because sometimes we watch the show and it'd be like, huh. That's some of the stuff we talked about on the podcast.
We just talked about that like 6 weeks ago, and all of a sudden, here it is.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a summary and then we'll dive deep into this past week. So for the Young and the Restless, for the week of July 8th through July 12th. Come on. All right. So a very drunk and angry Kyle tells Jack that he's running Glissade for the enemy, and Victor cautions Claire about Kyle. Adam lies to Sally about what happened between him and Chelsea, and Victoria wants Claire to take the Newman name. Sharon, missing Cassie, worries Faith and Daniel. Wait a minute, worries and about Faith and Daniel, and thanks. What? Wait, hold on. Sharon, missing Cassie, worries, and then Daniel thanks Sharon for not telling Lucy about the accident. Okay. Billy and Sally seem suspicious of Chelsea and Adam, and Connor has a breakthrough, and Katie actually softens towards Claire. That was Wednesday. What happened on Thursday? Okay, I think I missed Thursday. Okay. Anyway, Chelsea begs Sally to stand by Adam. Victor asks Adam to take down Jack Abbott, and Nate and Audra, they get hot in the sack.
Yeah.
All right, so, where do you want to start?
Oh, T, you choose, please. It's so much.
Okay, so, because we got a few medium-sized storylines. We got one big one, and then we got little tiny
Five
ones.
or six going this week.
Yeah, Young and the Restless got a lot of moving parts. Let's deal with Sharon, because she had a small part this week.
Yeah.
What is going on? Whatever they did to her medication, it's really getting to her. Now, Trish, we just came off of the whole Jordan thing with Nikki going through rehab. We just came off of the DID story.
Yep.
With Ashley. We still are at the tail end of the OCD story with Connor. And now it look like they're bringing in a possible another situation similar with Sharon.
I mean, I want Sharon to have a really great storyline to showcase Sharon Case because she's amazing. But I got to tell you, there's just so much turmoil out there that I really would like the escapism of the show again.
Right.
It's just, it's so heavy. And I get it. I mean, there's a lot of heavy out there. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I want the escape every day. I just, I'm exhausted from the mental toll of some of the storylines.
I agree. I just think so what I remember is years past, we'll get a storyline like this, and then we won't get another one for a while.
Like 6 months or 9 months.
Or even a year sometimes. Yeah. I mean, prior to, the alcoholism storyline with Nikki Newman, when was the last time we actually saw something? The DID with Billy?
I think so.
And that's been years. That's been at least maybe 4 years or so.
Yeah.
So when Victoria had to help him snap out of it, and they were in that cabin, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, that was hardcore. And I mean, there's just so much going on in this life, and I really do hope they're listening because we all need a break from the reality of all the challenges of life. And of course, there's going to be challenges in the soap life, but man, let's do something that we can laugh at and enjoy and see beautiful scenery, beautiful fashion, and
right. Like Paris Barnes said in the chat, there's nothing fun. Bring back summer love.
Right.
Hey, who was that? Quiche.
Hi, Quiche.
Hi.
We were just talking about, we just got really started into the Sharon storyline, and we were saying how years past we would get a break in between like the heavy either mental health storylines and stuff like that, because prior to Nikki's alcoholism, what was the last storyline that we had similar to that? Was that Billy and the DID?
Chelsea?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God.
Yes. How did we miss Chelsea? Yep.
I can't believe we did that.
Okay, but Chelsea goes back to 2022. So we had a year's break before we got into the alcohol storyline with Nikki. But lately we didn't had Nikki, we didn't had the DID with Ashley, then they threw in Connor OCD, and now we got Sharon all back to back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and that's what Trish was just saying, with everything going on in the world, sometimes you want to watch the soaps to kind of get away from it all, and she said it was kind of heavy. And I agree. I'm like, we need to, I understand, bring the awareness. I get it. Mental health is a real thing, and, people do need assistance. But sometimes kind of give us a break in between each of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And chances are right there where they could do a love story, and they are not like investing any time in creating any type of storyline for just the two of them.
Are you talking about Sharon and Nick, or who you mean?
Summer, I was saying Chance and Summer.
Oh, Chance and Summer, right? Mm-hmm.
They just put the two of them together the beginning of this year, into last year, and they haven't done anything to build a storyline for them. They've basically existed in each other's orbit to talk about their individual storylines. So Summer's always talking about Kyle, and Chance is always talking about work.
Right. And then Gail Lewis was saying that there's rumors flying about Faith and Lucy might be drinking. There's another rumor out there that maybe Kyle is going to start drinking. And I'm like, okay, can we... I get it, that's part of the drama, but there's so many other ways to make this dramatic. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like the Kyle thing was just a
one-off.
It was just a one-off. Like, he was just drunk that night that he went off on Summer or his parent, whoever it was he was with.
It was with Jack.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's turning into Kyle having a drinking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I mean, if he did form an addiction, it would kind of be in line with, his dad. Like, can't addiction be hereditary, or is that just alcoholism?
It could be. I mean, one of them, I think, is predisposition, depending on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I kind of, I kind of wanted like a little bit of a break. I mean, usually from years past, we would get a type of summer love type storyline, which is why last year the whole Thope thing was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And we really, I don't know. It just seemed like since 2020, when everything had shifted, a lot was going on in the world. Looked like the soap shifted. We used to have that crazy on the edge of your seat, oh my God type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that, the world is a different place prior to 2019, but, I guess this is what we got, right? So. Yep. So, yeah, she continues to spiral next week. Not Faith, but Sharon actually starts singing Cassie and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not into the whole ghosty thing, you know what I mean? But I understand it's obviously a trigger from her, either the medication being adjusted and all of that type of thing. So
I thought it was odd. I don't know if you guys had mentioned Lucy already, but the way that they have Lucy, like, I don't want to say obsessed. I think that's too strong of a word. But how interested she is in Faith's life.
Right.
She's a fangirl for sure.
I know.
Yes, she does. She acts like a fangirl. It's just odd to me.
It's a little cringe to me because I'm like, why, what's the fascination?
Well, yeah, and I mean, when your granddad is Danny Romalotti, it's not like you're going to meet somebody with money and be impressed, or,
right.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get, because, she brought the girl, I guess, friends, but they're not even really friends. Like you say, she's a fangirl. They're in two different age groups. She's a college kid, and Lucy's in high school.
Right.
And on
And
the younger side of high school at that. So it's not even like she's a senior in high school. She's like a freshman, sophomore.
right, and the funny thing is that the actual actress just turned 18 the day before yesterday.
Both of them?
No, the actual actress that plays Lucy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she had a birthday either yesterday or the day before yesterday, and she just turned 18.
Well, where was it that somebody posted that she could sing?
That was me. I put that in the group chat.
Should have known that was you. Gosh, my memory stinks. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, she can sing. But, she definitely looked like she could play a 15-year-old, even though she's 18.
Yeah.
But,
Coming from my old self, looking at that beautiful skin, I tell you, those younger actresses, their skin is so beautiful and flawless.
The beauty of youth.
Isn't it just it's wasted on the young. Gosh, I'm old now, y'all. I'm saying like old sayings now.
Yeah, I know. You so funny, Trish.
What is happening to me? Y'all help me.
Girl, you funny. The other thing is because she went and bought this necklace for her as a gift, and I don't.
Overboard.
Yeah, it was a little. Oh, it was a little too much.
Remember, that's kind of how Cassie stalked Daniel.
Is
I
it?
think that's why. Yeah, Cassie did become a little bit.
She was a fangirl.
Yeah, obsessed with. I think she had a crush on him or something.
Right.
And I think that's why people are thinking that maybe they're going in a direction of the same kind of storyline that they did with Cassie and Daniel, where they got in that accident. I think that's why people are assuming they're trying to recreate that in some type of way.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way that they're starting off by trying to put these two in the same orbit is just
forced.
Yeah, it's forced. It doesn't make sense to me. Because I'm like, she going, oh my God, I got a gift for you. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised they didn't have Sharon act like this is odd. Maybe she made a little bit of a face, but didn't she tell her that was sweet or something like that?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, they're trying to force this thing where they're like hanging out with each other or find ways to put them in each other's space, and it just doesn't make sense.
It's really just putting her in Faith's space.
Yeah.
I wish they would go back too, because Johnny is back. And, he got a little taller and a little older. And because they were trying to, when they were here before, which was last summer, they tried to chem test those two to have a little crush. And Connor was sitting up there watching both of them. Now that they're back, why won't they come up with a little cute puppy dog love story or something for those two?
Yeah.
This whole thing with Faith, I don't get it. Yeah, so, but we haven't even seen. I guess they're not going to go back to that because we haven't even seen Johnny and Lucy in the same orbit since they've been back.
Maybe they just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah,
it's only been a couple of weeks since Katie and Johnny been back.
Yeah. Speaking of Katie and Johnny, Katie have a change of heart all of a sudden.
Little Harrison is just so dadgum cute. How could you be walking hand in hand with him and just ignore the fact that he wants Claire to be with him?
Yeah, that cute little boy. It's surprising that his parents is off the rails right now. And Summer is always worried about how horrible he might be doing. I'm like, that little boy is fine.
That kid's living his best life hunting worms.
I know. He's digging worms and all types of stuff. He ain't thinking about the nonsense that Kyle and Summer are going back and forth over.
If she'd stop talking about it, he might even just, continue to go on with his life.
Right.
But I guess she's having PTSD of her own. I mean, I couldn't imagine not knowing where my kid is.
Yeah, I get that. I really do. But it looked like it's moved on from that. It's one thing. Right. It's one thing to be worried about Harrison, but she's worried about Kyle's coworker. That has nothing to do with Harrison.
No, she's losing it.
You know.
Definitely going overboard. Like, the way that she snapped at him about moving out of the house was as if Kyle was trying to take Harrison out of the state. And,
right?
And he's like, he's going to the same school. He's gonna, be around the same friends. We're not going that far.
Right.
And you would think that he said that they were moving to France or something. And it's like, I didn't understand. Them having her flip out over the fact that he just wants to move out and get his own house was ridiculous.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, if they wanted to pit Kyle and Summer against each other in some type of custody thing, at least make it make sense. And it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Nope.
You would think as much animosity as she's had toward Diane that she'd be happy that they're moving out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my thing is Kyle got to be, almost 30 in soap world or something, right? Mm-hmm. Why the man is moving out of the house. I don't even understand why Jack and Diane have a problem with that. I understand maybe not want to be an empty nester, okay, but at this point, Kyle is a grown man with a kid. He should be able to get his own house.
Right? I mean,
yeah, it's like everything they have her poking at him about is it's all meaningless. Kyle hasn't done anything to warrant you trying to get,
revisit the custody agreement.
Yeah, now if it's just a matter of she feels like she doesn't get enough time with him based on the custody agreement, I could understand. But it feels like she's trying to make it as if Kyle is just not a stable parent,
right?
Because of who he's working with, and because he wants to move out of the house now. It's like, surely the writers could have come up with something else.
I mean, seriously, none of this. I mean, she is on a warpath. I mean, she was screaming at Daniel. Her parents tried to talk her down. Kyle, as much as, I know he's been pretty jerky on the job and dealing with his parents. But the thing is, he told Summer, I'm not coming in the way. You're his mother. You're the mother that he knows. And you still get the visitation and things like that. And she was like, well, you're making bad decisions. Okay, he's not being abused. He's not being neglected. He's healthy. He's smiling. He's happy. He's being fed. He's clean. He gets his sleep. He's still going to school. What's the problem, Summer? What decisions? Just because he decide, even though it's a bad idea, but even though Kyle decided to work for Glissade and Audra happened to be part of that project, that ain't got nothing to do with you trying to readjust the custody arrangement. I mean, it's just crazy. And him squabbling with his parents. Okay, a lot of kids squabble with their parents. Mine squabble with me sometimes. We get over it. But still, it's like custody agreement over Kyle going back and forth with Jack and Diane. That has nothing to do with you.
Right. I doubt that they even make it to court. I think at sometime between now and the end of this storyline, I feel like her parents will talk her out of it and make her realize that she's being ridiculous.
I don't like what she did to Daniel either, because Daniel was trying to be helpful and say, look, I know what it's like being in the middle of a custody battle. You don't want to do this. And she decided to throw the situation that happened with him and Lucy in his face.
Yeah, that was unnecessary and nasty.
So I don't know what's going on with Summer. And poor Chance, the last time we did see him, I know he's on recurring status, but the last time we did see him, she started ranting about Kyle, and he's looking at her like, why do you care?
We're really talking about that clown again?
That's why it's so frustrating. And as someone who likes Summer and like that they put her with Chance, why are they focusing her so much in Kyle's storyline? Like, are they trying to put them back together in the next few months? Do they just want her to look like an idiot right now because she looks she basically looks like she's jealous because Kyle's
Yep.
working with Audra, or jealous of Claire, and it's like she's got an entire man right here. She's got her career is flourishing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do they insist on putting her and Kyle in a storyline together?
Mm-hmm.
At odds to where she looks like an idiot.
And why did they do that? Why does somebody have to look like an idiot? Can we not have intelligent, highbrow, high level? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
I know they don't give audience members enough credit for our level of intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She's just off the chain. And from what I understand, she's going to do something crazy next week. They said, according to the spoilers, she's going to pull a Phyllis move. And you know, all of Phyllis moves blew up in her face pretty much.
Oh, they're all bad moves, but they're so fun to watch.
So Cynthia Chain in the chat, you said Summer is acting like her mama Phyllis 2.0. Well, we'll get a sample of that during the week of the 15th through the 19th.
It's coming.
It's coming. Exactly. So, she act like she's jealous. And I know back when this whole storyline started, that conversation was thrown out there. She's probably jealous, and then she was worried about her son. Okay, all that stuff is behind us. Jordan is gone. Claire is so far on her good behavior. What's wrong now? So, she needs to just chill out. Go take several seats. We also have to talk about Chelsea and Adam, and this is about to get worse. Now, we know they slept together last week, and they've been real awkward around each other. I mean, Chelsea looked like she was about to lose it. Sally was getting on my nerves, though. When somebody is looking like they don't want to continue to have this conversation, let it go.
Yeah. Literally looked like she was throwing up in the back of her throat. Did she not?
I know. Go ahead. You were about to say something, Keish?
No, I was agreeing. I said she did look like that.
I mean, seriously. I mean, Sally kept pushing and saying, but what about this? And I don't want you to be there for Adam. She was like, look, I gotta go. But wait a minute, there's more. No, there's no more. Leave me alone.
Don't worry, Sally. She's there for him.
Oh, man. Sally was laying it on thick. She was like, you should be there. You better for him at this than I am. And I don't know if I could help him. And I'm like, well, Chelsea helped him, all right. Helped him get off. Yes, she did. Listen, it's Friday night, so grown folks.
Friday night, y'all. Yes,
this is not a Wednesday chat at 6 p.m. This is Friday night, and if you're on the East Coast, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's 8:30.
It's almost time for dinner in New York.
Right. But they're going to be fighting their attraction in the upcoming week. And it's like, okay, so writers, we're trying to put Chelsea and Adam back together. Why? Why?
Are they really trying to put them back together, or are they just throwing this wrench in these two relationships and just causing temporary issues? Maybe one survives and one doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can see that, Keish, because I actually thought the way that Sally was talking today was, you have a bond. If you lose a child, you have a bond when you have a child. And I can honestly see her being hurt, but her understanding and forgiving it.
Who? Sally?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she got room to give him some grace. After everything that went on the end of 2022 going into early 2023.
Bingo.
So, I mean, that whole being stuck between two Newman brothers. Yeah. But the question is Sally going to give him that grace, though?
I think she'll end up doing it.
You think so?
I think she will, yeah.
Well, y'all know I like those two together, but who knows what they're going to do.
Yeah. They might just, maybe like Amaya say, she don't think they're gonna get back together. Maybe they'll just be, having secret rendezvous or something.
Oh, don't make them do it again. Don't make them do it again. Stop.
Okay, so wait a minute. Y'all, I don't know if we addressed this last week. We might have. I don't remember. This has been a busy week from start to finish. Did y'all find Chatham scene hot? I think Keish, you said it was kind of, right?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of, I don't know. I wasn't getting any, like, oh my God.
Mechanical.
Yeah, that's what but, to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you know what they say about opinions.
Well, Chelsea did get a little bit of wall action briefly.
She did.
Adam, that's his MO. He like having women up against the wall. So.
But it just works with certain women, and it just sometimes it just doesn't film well. Sometimes I just didn't feel it.
I don't know. I know. I don't remember. Did Bree say that she thought it was hot, Keish? You remember?
I don't think she did it either.
Oh, okay.
I can't recall.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
The dissenter.
I think I was the only one that thought they did a pretty good job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've just never been a Chelsea Adam fan.
I mean, I don't care one way or another about them. They handled the scene well though.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I know a lot of us was rooting for, Adam and Sally a year and a half ago until they blew it up. And when they tried to put them back together, it just didn't work for me. I was overdone.
Yeah, I was not over them the second time around either. I mean, I wasn't mad that they put them back together, but it just wasn't as exciting as it was the first time around.
We're not getting any sizzle from Y&R.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the comments. Mira says it sizzled a little. Cynthia Chain said no chemistry with those two. Chelsea always looked like she gonna cry. And Amaya says that Y&R got the worst intimacy coordinators.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
So I think they're hit or miss.
What did you? Okay, because we did have a little. I haven't seen Monday's episode because every time I try to find it, I can't. But I'm wondering if there's a continuation of the Nate and Audra scene.
Yeah, I wonder that too.
Anybody in the chat who's in Canada, because the Canadian channels should have showed Monday's episode today. Anybody that saw the episode on Monday the 15th, did they have a continuation of Nate and Audra? Let me see. See if anybody got any answers to that question, because they left us with him putting her on the bed, but I kind of want to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to give Adam and Chelsea where they was doing their thing. Paris said there was no continuation. Are you serious? Wow. Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, no round two.
No, I mean, we got Nate with his shirt off, which, I'm okay with
that. I mean, really, finally. I mean, yes, it was such a great scene. They did that so well.
Yeah, but we know that those two could really bring it. They instead of wasting that on Chelsea and Adam, they should have gave a full scene of these two.
Right.
I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, anyway, dang it. I was hoping we'll get a continuation of that. Unless it happens on Tuesday.
I doubt it.
No?
Yeah.
Too much of a lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, or else they'll wake up on Tuesday.
Yep.
And they'll be like...
Okay, wake up.
Shut up. They'll be like, oh, listen, no strings. Because remember, might as well talk about Nate and Audra right quick. What did you all think about when they were on the patio upstairs to watch the sunset over at the GCAC? And everything that she had to say, and this whole revelation, and Nate getting her to drink oolong tea to de-stress her, and all of that.
She's finding her groove.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cute scene. That was different.
It was different for Audra, because Audra is always on the ambitious trail, and today she was a little bit more vulnerable about how she look, and
introspective.
Yeah, look like she gonna do a Brooke situation where she'll model the bedroom line, she'll model the cosmetics, because she was like, you know what, those men like Kyle and Victor and whoever else, or Tucker or whoever she said, they don't wear makeup. I wear makeup, and I know what to do and know what to put on, and I'm like, that's interesting. So I thought it was an interesting scene.
That was a powerful woman scene.
Well, the other thing is that she told him that she didn't want to get intimate with him, and the next thing we know, she was getting intimate with him.
If you're talking about it, you've got to get it in a way that you want
Right.
it.
Right.
I don't want. Oh, yes, you do. I don't want. You do.
Trying to pull the no strings attached thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know where that's headed, right?
That's headed for those strings are just all tangled up.
They're gonna pop like rubber bands. Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
Oh man. So dang it, I was sure hoping that we got a full scene of these two. They don't know what they doing over there. Y'all need to hire whoever did Dope, which was probably the guest writers, because the other writers at the time were on strike. Whoever did that, I don't know, whoever the intimacy coordinators or whatever, send them over to Young and the Restless so y'all can tell them what to do. Anywho, we need to go back to that whole awkward thing at society with Sally and Adam and Billy and Chelsea. Adam said they got drunk. She nearly lost it.
I can't believe he sat there and said that. Like, what point?
He talking about I was being honest.
But why? Like, why did he need to bring that up?
Oh
There
my
was no
god.
point in him bringing that up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I think he's over nonchalanting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a little bit too nonchalant because he about to spill the beans. What happened? What else happened after all that drinking? Y'all go to sleep? Oh yeah, they went to sleep. They slept together. We also saw Connor turn another corner.
I don't know was it going to last this time.
I hope that he's now on the upswing.
I do too. It's
You know.
so hard to fathom that your child would have to go through so much like that.
Right. And I'm wondering if they used his setback as a way to bring in these two sleeping together.
Uh-huh.
That's what it seems like.
That's what it seems like. Because the thing is, the moment that they finish sleeping together, they decide, oh, we don't need to be in Maryland. Yes, you do. Even if y'all got to stay in separate rooms or move to a separate hotel, you got a kid out there.
Right.
That's crazy. They need to move. And then we did see Victor ask Adam and Chelsea, is there anything he could do? I would have been like, yeah, I need you to hire somebody who can give me, we got the money and the means. Can we figure out a way to get him home so we can get him treatment? The best.
I want Victor to stop harassing Adam and Victoria about working when both of them are concerned about their kids right now.
Exactly. Exactly. I really don't want Adam in the midst of none of this. I could care less about the Chelsea and him storyline. I want, of course, him and Connor to get better. But Adam being on the front line to take down Jack, he now knows who the enemy is.
Yeah.
And he's still considering it. I'm like, why do you want to get in the middle of that nonsense?
Talk about a headache waiting to happen.
Right.
And he knows it's not going to make him happy or feel good about himself. Because he, like you said, he respects Jack.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And all of this comes right back to the fact that he's mad about Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this whole war is about. You uprooting families. You turning your own family upside down. Hey, Bree.
Bree!
Hola. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yes. Loud and clear.
I was able to listen to you guys on the way here. I think the last thing I heard was about Nate and Audra. But very interesting week on Y&R. I will say that.
Any some of the stuff that you heard, you got a quick summary to kind of catch up to speed? Because right now we're talking about Adam and Victor.
Oh, that's what I wanted to really get to. The only quick thing I would really want to say is I think something's about to happen to Lucy.
Okay.
Because it is a very random storyline for them to have like Daniel involved and Lucy involved, and this girl's not even in Faith's age group whatsoever. So and they keep bringing up Cassie, so I'm wondering if something eventually is going to happen to her, which I hope not. The whole Nate and Audra thing, that was such a waste. And I think you guys said that nothing happens on Monday's episode, which I'm like, okay, good, save my eyeballs.
Whatever, Bree.
I was hoping that at least there'd be some form of substance, but he said, thank you for sharing and opening up to me. She just talked about her being an independent woman, her not wanting a man to control her or something like that. So she didn't share anything about her family or herself.
That whole conversation.
And then they went.
You didn't feel like that conversation was her opening up to him and sharing something about herself?
And she talked about work, nothing about herself, which he kind of hinted to. Like, do you have siblings? Where are you from originally? Are your parents around? You're like, what's your favorite ice cream? Like something. But she kept it exactly as I thought she would. She went to the hotel. She's like, look, I don't want anything serious. We are friends. You are just biding my time, which I figured this is how she uses the men on the show anyway. So, I mean, she's on script as far as I'm concerned. And Kyle is a pain in the ass. That's it.
Bree, what do you think about Summer and this whole custody agreement?
She's a pain in the ass too. What is she mad about? What are you mad about? I could understand if something, and I think we touched on it too on Wednesday. I can see if she was mad for a particular reason. Unless they push a storyline where this man has a drinking problem or something, she is just mad that he's around women that's spending time with her son. And then when he threw in her face that she's not the biological mother, that irked my nerves because that boy sees her she's been taking care of this boy as his mother. That is his mom. That's who he recognized as his mom. He barely mentions Tara. So for him to, for one, give her any form of legal right or legal custody of some sort, we still need to figure out how that's spelled out between those two. But any form of an agreement, and he keeps calling Summer the mother of his child, and for him, when he wants to go below the belt, he throws that at her. That's so disrespectful. Mm-hmm. What an a-hole for doing that.
Honestly, they both throwing darts at each other because he was trying to be cordial before that whole part of that conversation came out, and she was the one screaming and yelling, talking about, I think now I'm going to get my lawyers and look at the whole custody agreement. Then he went off with that whole thing about you're not the biological parent. I don't think you want to do this because she won't win. She don't have, I mean, anytime you go in there to adjust that, we was kind of talking about this earlier, you need reasons. You just can't say, well, he making bad decisions. I don't like his coworker. I don't like the nanny, and he's arguing with his parents, and he want to move into his own house. I think those are bad decisions. That doesn't make sense. And that's what Daniel was trying to tell her. That's also what her parents were trying to tell her. She's jealous. There's some people in the chat that were saying the fact that she probably wants to get back with Kyle. Poor Chance, because all he hears half the time when he runs into her is about what's going on with Kyle. And so that was a waste of a coupling, writers. You could have did something with him and keep him on regular status instead of recurring. But it's just sucks because of the fact that, number one, we don't even know what that custody agreement looked like. They never wrote it into the script. Tara, we don't know if she gave up her rights. What they were legal, they were already married by the time Kyle found out he had a son. And then Tara went to prison thanks to Summer's mom, Phyllis, and Lauren. And then the next thing you know, they're just playing family. That's all we got. You know what I mean? And so that's why people were like, well, I don't think she have anything. I think she was just a de facto mom. So, it's going to be interesting how this all unfolds over the next several weeks. But, I mean, he's not getting in the way of her visitation. She can come over to the house. Here's the other thing. She's free to come over to the Abbott Mansion when she wants. Is she going to be able to just show up at Kyle's house at any given time? They really going to have a custody arrangement where it's 2 days here, 2 days there, 3 days here, 4 days there. Because, I don't know.
The way I read the scenes is the way they were talking to each other and the words that they were saying. I view Summer as being completely irrational, and I now view Kyle as just basically being a cruel SOB.
Yeah. My thing is, regardless of if...
Well, I hear an echo.
I hear a little bit of an echo too.
Hey, Bree, are you on your Bluetooth?
No, I'm on my speaker.
Okay. No, because now we didn't have an echo before. Can y'all still hear it? Yep.
Yes.
Is that better?
Say something. Nah.
Say something.
No, now when you talk, we don't hear it. When we talk, we hear it.
I can leave and come back in if it helps.
Yeah, try to see if that is. And when you leave, we'll try it to see if it's one of us too.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. Okay, do y'all still hear echo?
Not me. I don't hear one anymore.
I don't hear one either.
No.
Okay, so it must have been her phone or something. Okay. All right. Now, who you were talking, Keish?
I was just going to mention with the Kyle Summer thing, as irrational as Summer is being about Kyle, I did not like him telling her, you're not his biological mother. You're not his mom. I thought that was below the belt because, like Bree was saying, he refers to Summer as Harrison's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison looks at Summer as his mother. So to pull that out and throw that in her face because they're in an argument, it doesn't matter to me that he was maybe trying to make and I don't feel like this is what he was doing because he could make the point without saying that. Mm-hmm. But the point of you don't have a leg to stand on.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. I was going to ask you all if you think, is that why he said it? That, look, you go into court, you're not the biological mom. Or did he throw it as an actual dart?
I feel like he threw it as a dart because, in my opinion, if they indeed have a legal arrangement where she has legal rights over Harrison as his mother, it doesn't matter whether or not she's his bio mom. She's got legal rights as his mother. So then him saying that to her was a jab. It wasn't a, hey, you may want to think about this because you don't have any legal rights over him. So you're not going to get far with, taking me to court.
Right, and the way he said it too. You're not even. I mean, it was vile.
Yeah, he wasn't saying that as a
warning.
I think they both was just out of control. Claire snuck in the door looking like, what is going on up in here?
Yeah, they were. I mean, I'm not saying that Summer isn't being irrational, but what Kyle did, in my opinion, was very below the belt and unnecessary and cruel.
Yep. So let's see. Do we have an echo? Yep. Can y'all hear me echoing?
It's very faint, but I can hear a little.
I don't know. Well, we'll try to go with it. Hopefully, it doesn't distract. Because sometimes if I'm on a call or something that's like has an echo and you're trying to talk and it plays back exactly what you said, it kind of throws you off.
It does.
Okay.
All right.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see who else. Okay, so we did see earlier in the week Kyle, being tipsy, tell his dad that he's working for the enemy, and Jack was pissed. He was like, he knew exactly who this was about.
He shouldn't be surprised. He's done it several times before.
That is true. Okay, on the YouTube side, you're not going to hear the echo because it's not affecting that platform. It's affecting my podcast. I mean, my Spotify side. So you won't hear the echo on the YouTube side. Okay? So that's why you guys don't hear it. But we hear it on the Spotify side. All right. Anyway.
So, on the whole Jack topic with Kyle and Kyle working for the enemy now, I mean, it's not like Kyle didn't see his own dad do this to John Abbott. Because Jack did this to his dad. Jack betrayed his dad so many times. Kyle had a perfect example on how to betray his dad.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
He was bad boy Jack for a reason.
So,
Jack Abbott.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know what? He didn't even have to. He didn't say it was Victor because I don't think Jack knows it's Victor. He has a presumption that it's Victor.
Right.
Yep. So, yeah, this.
I mean, he can put two and two together, especially since Tucker said he already came at him about the mystery investor, and he's running Glissade. I mean, it kind of spelled it out for him. And as much as Jack and Victor have been fighting for years, he knew.
Tommy Smith said, I wanted Jack and Tucker to work together. I was hoping that was the case before I knew that, Trevor was leaving. That would have been interesting.
Yep.
Tucker, you said?
Tucker and Jack, because Victor's trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
That would require Jack to be man enough to give an apology.
Yeah, Jack can't stand Tucker. And I mean, Tucker, he realized that it had to be Victor because he had mentioned this week that I was wondering why Tucker asked me if I was the mystery investor for this Glissade project. Now that I know, Victor wants to take down not only Tucker, but me too. Yeah, you should have figured that out in Paris. Because that's what I was saying. Remember, I was like, Jack, think about what's going on. But the writers...
Exactly. But he chose Nikki, and that's where his priorities lie, and to see where he got them.
Took his eye off the ball.
Yep, he sure did for a long time, like 6-7 months.
Yep.
And this whole thing escalated with his wife and his son when they were begging him to come and help them.
Yeah, but that's his own fault. I don't feel bad. Everything coming to Jack, I do not feel bad for at all.
All right. Let's see. What other did we? Oh, we got to talk about Lily, Devon, and Billy.
Okay.
Oh,
That was surprising. I really was surprised. I was.
Why were you surprised?
That she went the direction she went.
She was wishy-washy last week. The moment she started freaking out about Jill feeling bad and all this, she was like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, uh-oh. Because they had a plan. Remember? Their plan was to, I mean, she went through this whole thing with saying, I got Billy right where I want him. And, oh, yeah, we're good. And, you know, all of this. And then when Jill got upset that she was outvoted and split and demerging the companies, now Lily is having second thoughts. But she's not having second thoughts to not pick either of them. She decided to go with Billy anyway.
I would have respected her decision if it was strictly about her feeling like her and Devon don't have a good working relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have just said, you know what, we've tried working together before and it just doesn't work for me. I feel like it will damage our personal relationship, and I don't want that to get in. I don't want work to get in the way of our personal relationship because you're my brother. So I would prefer to just work with the other company so we can preserve our sibling relationship. If that would have been her reason, which that was part of the reason she said, because she did say that they don't work very well together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I hate the fact that they had to bring Jill into it, and she said that she felt guilty about upsetting Jill, and it's like I'm sorry. I am so tired of Lily. I feel like kissing this woman's butt. And I know people say Jill did a lot for her. Jill's like a mother to her. But I feel like she treats Jill better than she treats her own family. Like they had Lily, I feel like, bow down to Jill. Not bow down. It's like she caters to Jill, and Jill is the only person that matters in her life. And I hate the way that they portray that relationship between her and Jill and her actual family.
Do you think it's because she lost her mom as a teen and she kind of looks to Jill? I mean, I don't know. There's some kind of a fixation, like a mom need or something there.
I'm sorry, Keish.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say, like, I think since she's been with Kane all those years and he claims her as his mother, and I mean, hell, I mean, the kids call her grandmother. I think that's all she knows. But I'm like, but my thing is, I don't understand what Lily's loyalty really lies, because she even told her brother flat out, like, I don't trust you, when they had that meeting with Mamie. I think there's some form of loyalty, but I don't think it's reciprocated from Jill's side, because she didn't tell Lily about the decision to put Billy in charge.
Right.
Yeah.
And she didn't lose her. I didn't think she lost Drew as a teenager. Wasn't she like her early 20s?
I don't remember, honestly. I thought she was in her teens.
When her and Daniel ran away and got married, she was she like 17? 16, 17, something like that.
18, I think.
18.
I don't remember, y'all. Sorry.
And Drusilla was still alive. I don't know. It has always bothered me the way they have portrayed her relationship with Jill over these past, I don't know, few years, compared to her relationship with Devon and her family. It's like, I feel like she sides with Jill more than she sides with her own family, and I don't like that they basically make it look like Devon and Lily just don't trust each other. And I don't understand why they keep going down that path with the two of them when they're pretty much the only family that they have on screen, and with Nate.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, and she knew she was going to sign up with Billy. She knew that. And Devon is like, look, just tell me something. And I mean, even after she left and went over to society, Devon told Nate, if that's what she chooses to do, we have to respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But she could have told him that, like, look, I think I'm gonna go this route. But then you tell Billy, okay, I'm in. Okay, you could have said that to Devon.
Yeah, and I feel like because I felt she was so gung ho about their plan up until I guess she found out Jill was upset about them wanting to do the demerger. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like the only reason why she started second guessing herself was because she didn't want to disappoint Jill. So you basically based your decision on whether or not you wanted to work for her or work for your brother on not wanting to disappoint her.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that. I mean, you went through this whole facade only to basically what they're doing is where they started.
Yeah.
I mean, Lily went over to work over at Chancellor. Hamilton Winters was already a separate entity. It's just like they reset everything. Except the fact that now there's probably going to be a little bit of tension between the Winters.
Right.
Even more tension, I should say.
And let's see how long it lasts with her and Billy in this honeymoon phase of them working together.
Exactly.
Because Billy isn't. He tries to act as if, oh yeah, we'll work together well. And in a few months, there's going to be something that happens where Billy is going to start to feel insecure because his mom, I don't know, maybe trusts Lily a little more than he does. Kind of like how he was acting when she first put Lily in charge. It was like he kind of had a problem with it. At some point, it's going to circle back around to that being an issue for Billy.
Yeah. Monique Abrams said all of this could have been avoided if Devon went with his first gut and not combined the companies. The writers shouldn't have even did this 180. Why did we even go down this whole path? We went through a whole thing with bringing Amanda back because of all of this, and we come full circle, and now they're back over there with their company. Lily is still a Chancellor, and now Chancellor is now Abbott Chancellor. So
the only thing, the only storyline I feel like that came out of all this was the mess that happened with Nate, which that could have happened regardless of them
right
merging together, because that could have just been something that happened with the Hamilton Winters.
Yep. So, did you have anything, Bree?
No, I agree with that. And the thing is, I feel like I agree with Keisha, they've been like on a downward spiral as a family. I don't understand the narrative behind that. And it's like, where would that put them, I guess, now? I mean, does it mean that they're going to be brother and sister without any issues? She still says she doesn't trust this man.
Yep.
And that's her own brother.
Yep.
If there was more of them on screen, like if Mamie was a regular character, if Nate's mom was there, if they had Justin come into the picture,
right,
a few more family members, and it was Lily and Devon always at each other's throats. Okay, but they've got other family members to support them, on screen with them. But it's literally just Lily, Devon, and Nate.
Yep.
So having them consistently be at odds is frustrating. It's not like the Newmans, where there's a million of them, or the Abbotts, where they've got several of them. It's literally 3 people in that family.
Yeah.
None of them trust each other.
Nope. And Moses is a jerk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Moses is just young.
I know, but the way they kept having Faith say, "Oh, he's just such a jerk. That's a jerk." I'm like, really? Okay.
I mean,
Whatever. Kids, Moses ain't there. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
I understand both sides. I'm pretty sure I said that some guy was a jerk too.
No, what I'm saying is that the way that they're framing the family. That's what I mean, they don't trust each other. They can't work together. Then they have, instead of saying, oh, me and Moses broke up, he had to be this big jerk. It's just like, and then Mamie is the busybody. They got her looking like that. So it's and it's only, what, like you said, 3. Mamie popped in, was 4, and now she's back out. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Gates. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
All right, I think we cover everything except the fact that Victor don't trust Kyle, which Victor don't trust anybody that will go against their own family.
Victor
he don't trust his family.
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
he don't trust his wife, his kids, nothing. He trusts. Well, I can't really say security either. He don't trust security. There's no security. He don't trust the thoughts in his own head. This is the most untrusting person on daytime right now.
Yeah. Yep. And then there was that other scene with Chelsea thinking that Sally was going to take her job.
She is extra paranoid. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every scene she's in, it's like she's about to break down and cry. I think someone said that in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, like girl, just relax. She just wanted to have coffee with you. She just wanted to talk to you. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that scene though with Summer, Chelsea, and Sally, and the little idea that she came up with for expanding her brand and making Sally the head designer. That was a nice scene of women who aren't pulling their hair out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they finally, I guess, buried a hatchet at this point.
For now. Between Sally and Chelsea, anyway.
Well, they're going to be working in the same building. You know where that's going, right?
That's why for now. For now, they buried the hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
They're all getting along, but the minute that one night stand comes out,
yep,
Summer's going to have a disaster on her hands.
Mm-hmm. She's going to be like, oh my God, what was I thinking?
But, I mean, they're going to be working 2 separate lines, so it's not like they have to work together.
Yeah, but they probably going to be in that building somehow, and Adam might be up there talking to Chelsea. We can't say what happened. We can't talk about that night, what we did. And Sally walk in, what did y'all do? Especially if they don't lock the doors like they do on Bold.
Never will.
I mean, I gotta give Summer some credit. I don't think I personally could work or be friends with the women who were screwing both my dad and my uncle at the same time. That's a point.
Ooh, wait.
She's not her best
Exactly.
friend. She's her dunkle friend.
Dang, you're right, because, wait a minute,
Dunkle.
You are absolutely right, because Nick been with both those ladies. Yep. Interesting. All right, did we cover everything? Anybody got anything that we missed or skipped? Nope.
I'm good.
Okay.
I know it wasn't really much to talk about, but I think we all thought that Danny and Christine and Tracy was cute.
Oh, I did like that scene.
Yes.
That be without any Phyllis drama in there. I like that scene with the double date.
Yep.
And I like Alan with Tracy. I'm hoping it's not Martin, but I like Alan with Tracy.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'd be a better storyline if it was Martin and he's just playing his role. But it was a really cute scene. But I'm not understanding why they did all this whole press release about them going to B&B and they're still on Y&R.
I think they're crossing over into August, right?
September or August.
Yeah. Yeah, they're crossing over in August.
Goodness.
But for
Well,
what
it's
is
good to
the
see
question?
them.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to do on Bold. For what?
Danny
Not a
says-
police investigation.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Trish. What you say?
I just said Danny's gonna sing at Il Giardino.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything big. I mean, we see how they talked about Ivy coming back, which was only for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we got another set of coming and going that we got to talk about too over there on Bold. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Poor
Yeah,
Hollis.
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about somebody else.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird to me, but we'll talk about all that. But did we cover everything on Young? Was that it, Keish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And somebody posted in the chat there was like 120 some people, but only 48 likes. Please hit the like button, folks. It's free. It only takes less than a second to push the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. As I mentioned, let me switch to bold screen. As I mentioned on multiple platforms, Facebook group, I did drop the link in there earlier. Let me see if I'm able to drop it again. Hold on. No, I'm not. Okay. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, X, Facebook group, Rumble. On all the platforms. So, you're welcome, Rosemary Brown. She said, thanks for the live chat. It's very good today. Thank you for telling us about the soaps. No problem. And Vicky is keeping up with them likes. Thanks, Vicky. Because she was the one. While you were gone, Bree, she was covering for you. Bree, you still there? Uh-oh.
We lost Bree.
Did we lose Bree? Or maybe she put herself on mute or something. Okay. Alright. So, we got to talk about Bold. Let's go over these storylines. And let me give you a summary. And then we'll break it all down. Hold on one second.
I'm still here, guys. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
There you are.
No, I was talking. I was like, what happened? I was saying, thank you, Vicky. Thank you. I don't know.
Were you on mute? Did you? Well, there's no mute button on this. Unless you muted on your phone or something. I don't know what happened. It was just silent.
I'm like, is it Friday the 13th? They're like, no.
No.
13th is tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so for the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of July 8th through the 12th, after Hope rejects Thomas again, he admits he was only proving a point, and Brooke worries Hope will do something rash. Finn tells Hope that she'll find the man that she's meant to be with, and Donna voices doubts about Thomas' engagement. Brooke accuses Hope of using Thomas to get over her feelings for Finn, as Steffi tells Finn no one can come between them. Hollis is puzzled by the letters found in Tom's bag. Brooke doesn't want Hope to repeat her mistakes, and Hope and Thomas get closure. And then Hollis is unalived by somebody he knows, and Jack lies about leaving Tom's set early. Okay. Oh boy. So we got two storylines with a lot of stuff sprinkled in between the both. So we had the beginning of the week with this thing with Thomas and Hope in Paris, and then the second half of the week was this mystery. So I guess we can take it as it came. So we had a cliffhanger from what was that? The 5th, from June 5th, where Thomas proposed for the third time, which of course we had that spoiler telling us that he went to extreme measures to prove a point. And he proved it. So, he was like, yeah, I thought so. What did y'all think about that whole thing?
He shouldn't have done it still. I thought it was still disrespectful to his fiance. Like, there should be no reason for you to prove any point if you have moved on.
Okay. What about
like
you?
If she, I'm sorry. I was going to say, if she hasn't, that's her own issue, her own problem. You have a whole fiance and she was in the same house as you were. What if she were to walk in? And better yet, what if Hope had said yes, just to cause an issue between those two?
Okay. Keish, Trish?
I agree. I think it was unnecessary and stupid for him to do, considering he's already engaged, regardless of if it was just to prove a point. Because had she said yes, he would have been looking real stupid. But like Bree said, had Paris walked in, how would you explain that to your fiance? Hey, honey, I was just trying to prove a point to Hope, so I asked her to marry me again. I knew she was going to say no, but I just wanted to prove a point to her. Like, get out of here with that. Like, why do you care about proving a point to her if you're engaged to me? You shouldn't care.
Yep, that's a mind screw.
Okay.
I mean, who in their right mind would have done that? You know, I mean, everybody. Y'all know I'm a huge Thomas fan. It's like we're supposed to believe this guy's changed, and then they have him propose when his fiance is like, you know, what, maybe 150 feet away on the other side of a wall. What?
Yeah.
And what would
And planning a wedding.
I'm sorry. Right, and planning a wedding. And what would Douglas have done if she had said yes? Now Paris is out and Douglas is just supposed to go, oh, okay, Paris, bye. I mean, where's the adults?
So I kind of looked at it from a different angle because Hope kept saying that you still have feelings for me. I love you. We should be together. That doesn't mean that I just needed more time. And he was like, okay, let's see, put your money where your mouth is. And so he put it out there. Now, I believe, honestly, if she would have said yes, he wouldn't have believed her. He would have been like, yeah, I don't think so. You just said yesterday when we were at the Forrester Creation CEO office that you're not ready for it. And now you are. I don't believe you. So I think that's why they went that route. And obviously, I mean, that's in my opinion. If Paris would have heard that, what happened, Trish?
I said, that would have been terrible.
Yep, if she had heard that, he would have had some splaining to do. But I think they honestly did that in that scene for drama. They brought this man back for 3-4 days, a week, I should say, because he came back on the 21st of June. And now I don't like how it's weird. I don't know if something happened and they had to drop the script for some reason. Because we went from Thomas planning a wedding at the Forrester estate to them being shipped back off to Paris within a day.
Yeah.
I don't understand what happened with that.
The way I viewed that conversation, though, like, they can still plan their wedding. They're just going back to Paris, and then they're going to come back for the wedding. That's how I took it.
Well, the way that the spoilers was written, it was a situation where they were planning to get married right away. We're going to get married ASAP. And then, I don't know if you heard what Steffi told Hope, is that they're going to enjoy their engagement, but it's going to be a while before they get married. How did y'all switch that? Because you just told Hope you don't want to wait. You want to get married right away. Paris is planning a wedding on Tuesday or Wednesday, or wanted to do this, and we're getting married right away, and then they're gone. They said their goodbyes, bon voyage. And then Steffi tells Hope, well, they're going to enjoy their engagement, but, they're going to be a while before they get married. What happened in that script?
I guess I didn't take any of that as if they were getting married in the next couple of days. I just took it as they're planning their wedding, and that's what's happening right now.
Melissa Spencer says that she heard there was a problem with Matt Atkinson's contract negotiations. He probably like, oh no, you better X me out now.
Which, that's understandable. I get that. I took that conversation as they want to kind of solidify their bond because it's only been a few months. So if it's a long engagement, it needs to be a very, very long engagement. But I think they're setting it up to, I guess, when they get his contract negotiations together, for Thomas to come back single without Paris. Because I don't see her coming back.
Yeah, same.
Well, I guess that would see, and that's fine. I'm wondering what happened with the shift. So I guess this answers the questions because there's quite a few people saying in there that something happened with his contract. So they went from talking about doing this, getting married right away, to I'm gonna take some time, which means that took him off screen until they figure this thing out.
Did they say they wanted to get married right away? Or did
that's what I remember from last week and early this week. That's what they were saying. We want to get married right away. They're fast tracking this, and then all of a sudden, he's gone. They're off in Paris, and Steffi talking about, hey, they're gonna enjoy their engagement and not get married for a while. So whatever they're doing behind the scenes is jack, because y'all getting rid of characters, not bringing back folks. Y'all got rid of Darren. Y'all got rid of Taylor. Y'all, what are y'all doing?
Not making any sense. That's what they're doing right now.
I mean, seriously. Everybody's right. Everybody is not liking the hope and, well, not everybody, but there's a large group of folks that's not liking the Finn and Hope thing. So
weird writing too. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
With Brooke too. I think Keisha and I were talking about this. All of a sudden now Hope has all these strong feelings, even though she's supposed to be madly in love with Thomas. But she's had the nerve to say, you're getting over your feelings for Finn by using Thomas. I'm like, no, it was the other way around.
Yeah, that was the biggest.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm getting a lot like static and feedback.
It's bad feedback. I don't know what's happening.
Is that better? Hello?
What'd you do, Bree? Oh.
I sat still.
Oh, it sounds like. Oh my God! Yeah,
it's a technical issue. I don't understand it.
Do you hear it, Bree?
I don't hear anything anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's weird.
It sounds like the UFO movies when they have the aliens.
Oh my gosh.
I was about to say the writers are tapping in and they don't like the conversation.
Saying, yeah. Hey, ladies, quit bashing us, man. We're working hard here.
Keish. Say something.
Hi.
Okay, so now we got static, feedback, and echoes.
I don't hear an echo, but I hear feedback.
I hear you echoing. I hear myself echoing too. Okay, ay. It's bad.
Do you want me to try to leave and then come back?
Because it's even doing it without anybody talking. Hello?
So they hear it too.
Oh, it's still there.
Wow. No.
It's almost like somebody trying. You know how? Remember back in the day?
It's not you.
Remember back in the day when you had with the cellular phones, the signals pick up other people
Yeah.
or a home, huh? What'd you say, Bree?
As I agree.
Oh wow, that was.
Yeah, now you're messing up, Bree.
Okay, I'll come out.
Let me see. Go out and come back in, Bree.
Okay.
Let's. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's her.
Oh.
Oh no, Bree, do you have another device?
Yeah, Bree. Do you have another? Jasmine says the party line.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. Yeah, that's Bree's phone. Cause now I don't. It's back to normal.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we have 66 likes and 123 listening right now.
Okay,
Yay.
cool. Yay.
On the YouTube side.
Okay. All right, dang, and I know she probably got a lot to say. We were talking about the whole thing with the writing and how they abruptly just shipped them off to Paris because, yeah, that wasn't in the plan. The way that they have wrote this coming off of last week was that they're gonna be here, announce the engagement, and they're gonna get married quickly. And then the next thing we know, like I said, they're being shipped off to Paris and they got their closure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Steffi saying, oh, they're gonna enjoy their engagement. Like what? So obviously
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the episodes from last week because I don't remember. I guess I was never under the impression that Thomas and Paris were getting married immediately.
I remember her saying, I can't wait to be his wife. I want to marry him as soon as possible. I remember that. But I don't remember them saying, let's get married in this house next week.
let me see. Hold
I don't know.
on. The most annoying thing to me this week was, and Bree brought it up before we were having all of the feedback issues, was how they're flipping the situation from her just wanting to be with Thomas because that's who she's in love with to wanting to be with Thomas because she's trying to suppress her feelings for Finn, which makes 0 sense. It makes negative 1,000 cents.
Yep.
Like,
right there with you, Keish.
Like how did they even? Who sat in the writers' room and said, you know what? You know how we're gonna flip this around? We're gonna say that Hope's feelings for Finn is stronger than her feelings she had for Thomas, and the reason she wants to be with Thomas again is because she's trying to hide her feelings for Finn. How much sense does that make? After they went on 7 months of what they had, and the way that she acted when they broke up, the way that she reacted when he came back, those weren't reactions of someone who is just trying to reunite with her ex because she's got strong feelings for a married man.
Yep.
That was the reaction to me. That was the reaction of somebody who has deep feelings for this man. She loves him and she wanted to be with him again. And it's like they just sitting there and write some stupid stuff. Like,
the only thing I can think of, Keisha, is that they're trying to pivot the storyline if, and that's a big if he's not, meaning Thomas is not going to be a part of this for right now. So, which
I'm sure they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they are. But this still didn't need to happen this way. Like it still makes no sense. And this is the biggest problem I have with Bold is they write their stories just based on the plot and not based on the character and that character's history and their background or the history of the story. Because even if Thomas isn't going to be around, writing Hope, who has been proclaiming for damn near a year now that she wants a one-woman man, that she did what she did because Liam has a divided heart. Like, how many times do we hear that line since last July?
this was all because of Liam's divided heart. I need a one-woman man. I deserve a one-woman man. And now they have her, they pivoted her to a totally married man who has never looked at another woman since he's been with Steffi.
Yep.
And who she has said herself out of her own mouth, I admire how devoted he is to Steffi. But they have her pivoting from what she had with Thomas to now her feelings for a married man are stronger than what her feelings were for Thomas. It just, the writing, it makes no sense.
But she's not a homewrecker.
Right.
That was the funniest line this whole week. I'm not a homewrecker, Mom.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would have made more sense if Thomas, if they're worried about Thomas not being around, have her pivot to Carter or Zendaya. Why, at least stay on brand with what her story has been for the last year.
Well,
right.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, they catered, when Thomas came back from Paris, they dedicated 4 days to that girl's feelings.
Yep.
Crying for no reason. And then prior to that, she was blaming Steffi for taking that man away, taking all that D away. Her couch is dry. She had no reason to run behind couches or hooking up in the office. That devastated that girl. She wasn't thinking about Finn. Even when she was talking about Thomas to Finn and Finn was giving advice, she didn't give a damn what he had to say because she was zeroed in on that man that was focused on her.
Right.
He told Brooke, I love that man.
Yeah.
And I know people say, that it's soapy drama, and to me, it's not soapy drama. It's stupid writing. It's lazy writing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Melissa said, ladies, the fill-in writers from the strike was the ones who did the Thomas and Hope storyline, and now that the OG writers are back, they're changing everything.
But when did they come back? And they can do that. They can change things, but still make some sense.
They were hoping we were stupid.
I told y'all they don't respect our level of intelligence as the viewers. They just really don't.
So which way would you have taken it if Thomas is not a part of the equation?
One of the single men on the canvas.
Which is who? Because Carter's pretty much recurring. So who would have been?
I mean, at this point, Thomas is recurring too. I mean, why not make Thomas or Zendaya a more available character? Because again, my issue with it is how she has talked about for the last year that she wants a one-woman man, and she doesn't want a man with a divided heart. And now they're putting her right back in this situation where it's one-sided so far because it hasn't shown any indication of being interested in Hope. So they're putting her in a situation of not only is he married, but it's a one-sided situation where he's shown you no interest, no romantic interest.
Yeah, I'm your friend. We're friends.
Yeah, so to me, this was just, it seems like the lazy way for them to write drama was to stick her in a pseudo triangle, because it's not really a triangle right now. It's just Hope having feelings for Finn. But to stick her in another triangle with Steffi for drama's sake.
I mean, right now we're back to the whole core, only a certain people that they're going to rotate. I mean, Liam should be back next week. I think it's Thursday, where he's going to be getting into it with Finn about Steffi.
Mm-hmm. And he wants her.
Because he wants her. So, go ahead.
Sense because that has tracked with what Liam has done since last July. But with Hope, it does not make sense.
I just think that they're just trying to reinvent her character. I mean, and I hate to bring sisters into this. That's what they did with Gary. They turned him to some philanderer into a monster. So, right, Bree?
Yeah.
They turned that man into a monster. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
I just think that they're just trying to fit. I mean, to me, in my opinion, I think they're just trying to throw stuff at the wall to see if it stick, because they got another 7.5 months to get their ish together.
Well,
And
this has not been sticking. They've been trying this for the last 2.5 months, and it hasn't been sticking.
right, that's what I'm saying. Now they trying to really flip, because look like she's trying to be Brooke 2.0. That's exactly what they're trying to make her at this point. Because Brooke is getting out of the way. She's like, look, I'm trying to be the good girl. Don't be like me. And you got Hope staring off in space like, yeah, right. I'm finna get my freak on. So,
And I guess that would make sense if they were showing some type of sign that Finn was possibly interested in her.
but who knows?
Because
Maybe.
with Brooke,
Mm-hmm.
it's always been the man has shown some type of interest or attraction in Brooke.
Oh yeah, she'd giggle and then they'd be like, "Oh, okay, let's go."
And so far, they haven't done that with like they have had Finn double down on how devoted he is to Stephanie. So if next week, all of a sudden, now he's lusting after Hope, like the way that they don't build up to things, just it annoys the heck out of me.
Besides, because remember, we thought the kisses was going to come out. That hasn't. It's been almost a year. If not, if next week, I think it would be a year. No.
It was the same day that Hope and Thomas kissed.
Okay, so that was the end of June. So it has been a year. The only way I can see maybe Finn will flip on his wife if Steffi is the one setting up Sheila. And he get.
Ooh. Oh man, that is diabolical.
Because I mean, Hollis know who she is.
Right.
And she came right back home talking about, ooh, I need you to investigate these murders over blah, blah, blah. If she is, I'm not saying that, but I thought about that earlier. If Steffi is the one setting up Sheila for this, who knows? Finn would be highly upset.
I don't see Steffi being the one that killed two people.
No.
Well,
if anything, she would just kill Sheila.
I mean,
anything's possible. I expect the unexpected on on all of these shows.
yeah.
No, that one. I hear you, but I highly doubt that that's it.
I mean, they're trying to do this murder mystery. They making everybody look like a suspect.
Yeah, and I think it's going to end up being someone that isn't even
Yeah.
really part of the show. Is what my guess is.
They're casting someone.
Oh.
They've been casting a brunette who's supposed to be like a quote unquote therapist, but I think that's just smoke and mirrors. I think they're trying to cast a person to actually play the unaliver.
Then they should have did that already, because this whole thing should be wrapping up the end of this month.
Oh.
And so, yeah, and then they're bringing on Danny and Christine and all that in August. They would have started filming that in June. And if they're trying, maybe this is a new woman for somebody else. I don't know. But they suppose this is part of that July sweeps. This is not going to carry on into September. So, from what I was understanding, they said that the pieces are really going to start falling into place after this upcoming week. So they're going to move this along.
Yeah. I don't see it being anybody. Definitely not Steffi. Definitely not Poppy, because that's too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Sheila because that's too obvious.
Huh?
I was saying, and not Sheila because that would be too obvious too.
Yeah, but I thought, Bree, you said something?
I was thinking it was Poppy because it was someone that Hollis knew. He only knows a few people on the show where he felt, I guess, comfortable to share information with about what he found. And he's the only one who knows whose name was on those letters that Thomas sent out.
Wasn't Jack there to see Hollis?
He said he had a drink with him or something.
Yeah, he had a drink, which doesn't mean he knows him, though.
He had a drink with Hollis, or he had a drink with Tom?
He said Hollis.
Hollis, okay.
He said the bartender. It could have been someone else, or
he specifically said Hollis.
But why would you say you had a drink with Hollis? You could just say, well, I went to the bar and ordered a drink. Because you didn't have to drink with Hollis if he was the bartender. He got you a drink.
They trying to make him look suspect. They trying to drop everybody. Because then he turned around and he was... well, first of all, I know one of the biggest questions, I don't know if that was you, Bree, or Keish, was wondering about his relationship with Finn and the two of them. Who was that?
Mm-hmm.
That was me.
That was who?
That's probably both of us, actually.
Both of y'all, okay.
The relationship between
Jack and Finn.
His dad.
Right. Him and his dad. And come to find out, they done buried the hatchet and they've been communicating with each other.
Yeah, you can tell that was they intentionally put that in there, so...
Yep.
Because that's been a question, because we haven't seen Jack and Finn in the scene together since he found out what happened.
And that was in 2021 or 22. 21 or 22. The other thing is what Jack was saying about Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, talking about he'd do anything for her.
Right. Talking about, I'm glad that you keep up with Poppy. I'm like, when? When the last time we seen Finn and Poppy talking, hanging out? We haven't. But I guess it's supposed to be off screen, just like their relationship.
Yeah, well, he told him. He asked him when was the last time he had talked to Luna and Poppy, and he said that he hadn't seen either one of them in person, but that he had talked to Luna on the phone about Bill.
Yeah, because he was like, I'll do anything for her. I'm like, you feel that way about Poppy?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Lee
would be... I would take your term, Lee. Lee would be hotter than fish grease if she even heard anything about that.
I mean, I'd be a little suspicious too if I were Finn. Like, why are you talking about Poppy as if
she was someone you slept with?
Yeah.
How simple was she?
That was your sister-in-law. You caring a little bit too much.
Right.
Yeah, something happened between them two.
Yep.
I believe it.
So Poppy looks suspect because of the Tom thing. Sheila is looking suspect because of her history and proximity. And who else that leaves? I mean, he know Bill. What'd you say, Keish?
I guess when they trying to make Lee look suspicious too. Right,
but does Hollis see how? I mean, the question is, why would they want to get rid of Tom and Hollis? Is it because of what's in that bag? What's the motive? Who would have a motive to take out Tom? We know Poppy could, because of whatever is in those letters. And the only other reason that maybe Hollis have a motive is because of what he found in that backpack. But who? Go ahead. Again, that goes back to Poppy too. It could go back to Poppy.
And why would that person, whoever it was, or were they coming back to the restaurant because they knew Tom had a backpack with letters in it that could connect them to him? Like, that felt random too. Like you're just gonna happen to go back to the restaurant to see if he had personal belongings there.
Well, them lights kept flickering, so who was playing with them lights? And the lights were completely off. Then that person showed up in there.
Michael Myers. And luckily, we have a Michael Myers at daytime, just on the B&B set. I'm just saying. And she was the main one trying to get rid of that bag, too.
Who, Sheila?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first of all, that should have went in police custody or something, wouldn't it? I mean, I guess not, because they had ruled his death as a overdose, but...
Well, it looked like it was kind of like hidden where it was at on the shelf, so it was like maybe they didn't even realize it was there before.
I don't know. Go ahead.
And I guess towards because I know the preview for next week is going to show that it was the same thing that was given to Hollis too. So I'm like, when did Hollis take a drink? Who did he take a drink with? That's why I'm wondering if whoever he spoke to, he felt very comfortable with. And that would be Deacon, which I don't think it's him. And I felt it was interesting. They made a point that he and Luna are friends, so he would know Luna's mom too a little bit, enough to where he felt comfortable. That's why I'm wondering, did he sit down? Did he have a drink and then someone poisoned him or drugged him then while he was going over the stuff that was in the bag? Because that was the most random way for him to go out. I thought when he was playing with the knife or cleaning the knives, I thought someone had stabbed him, to be honest.
Now, let me ask you a question. Was he poisoned? Because he drank something from his little drink, remember?
Yep. According to the previews from next week, I can't remember who says it in the preview, but I think it's Finn that said something like he died from the same.
Right. So somebody poisoned him. But that thing, who put that drink right there? Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's crazy. I like a good mystery.
I don't even think Bo knows the ending to this mystery.
Because it's all, for me, it's pointing towards Poppy because...
Oh, right. Ron Julian, remember Ron Julian said Poppy said to Bill that she had to go run errands.
Mm-hmm. In the middle of the night. Where are you going, girl? What errand is important in the middle of the night?
That's what I thought. Both of them.
It wasn't that late because didn't Bill go to the office too?
Yeah, he had a tax meeting or something.
Yeah, but that's he run a whole company. What is she doing? She just a stay-at-home girlfriend. What errands does she have? She's not paying no bills.
Oh, she's paying one bill.
Oh!
2 weeks in a row, y'all. Come on, man.
Oh my God, Trish. Trish, you are hilarious.
I'm going to try to get it in there every week while they're together. Everybody out there, if you're drinking tonight, when I say that next time, you got to take a shot.
Oh my goodness. No,
Only if you're of age, though.
Of course.
Okay. I'm trying to go through. So it had to be somebody that had whatever motive to take out Tom. And the only person we know that knew Tom outside of Deacon and Sheila is Poppy, right?
Yep, because it's the daughter Luna.
Right, because of the history. Bill and
motive.
What you saying?
She's got the biggest motive of anybody.
Who wasn't there then? Bill wasn't there, so we can rule that out, right? He wasn't there at the night of Tom's concert, right? Mm-mm. Bill wasn't there. Liam wasn't there. Thomas, I'm just ruling out a whole bunch of folks. Steph wasn't there. Whoever had it, this was planned. They had on black gloves and everything.
Yeah.
And they had Justin on for no reason, apparently. Because we haven't seen him on screen interact with anybody else. He was just randomly there. And the only motive I guess he would probably have would be to do something for Bill. Unless Bill is suspected.
Now, Bill does like going in people's backgrounds. Maybe he dug in the background and found out this. But he seemed pretty shaken that Tom had passed away. Remember, he even gave Deacon... Well, wait a minute. Deacon was kind of shocked about how nice Bill was to him when he said, I want to give my condolences to your worker or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
Keish is like, Keish, you sound like you're ready to give up. Keish was like, oh no.
There's no use of spinning our wheels over something that's going to turn out to be a dud in the end anyway. And it's going to be somebody that we don't know and some other random twist.
Right.
That made no sense whatsoever to anything that was going on. And Jack is going to be Luna's dad, so it was all for nothing anyway.
It'd be something. Listen to what the crazies. Maybe Hope did it because she wanted to sleep with Tom and was getting jealous.
Oh, Lord. Oh
my gosh,
she
Ron,
really
you
needs
just
therapy.
said exactly what I was about to say, but I didn't want to interrupt y'all.
What?
He said, what if it's Mike Guthrie? That's exactly what I was thinking, Ron. What if he got out and Sheila didn't love him, so he was going to ruin everything?
I totally forgot about Mike.
I thought Mike was still in jail. Well, you know what?
They've gotten out. They may not have told us.
Oh my gosh.
He was trying to poison Deacon each time, and he just screwed it up because it's Mike.
Right.
And he killed 2 other people.
Oopsie.
It's got to be someone that Sheila knows or someone that Sugar knows.
Who got access to chemicals,
that's
though?
what I'm leaning towards.
Who got access to that type of chemical and powders, except for Jordan Howard?
It doesn't have to be a doctor. People get stuff on.
That's what I said, except for Jordan Howard.
It's gold. He flipped over.
Listen, Jordan always has something. Chloroform, mask, wigs, everything else.
She had her personal storage unit of poisons and other tools that she uses to kidnap and unalive people.
Yeah. Like you say, it's not that many characters on screen anyway. So it could be, like you said, some random folks, Sugar's kids, or who trying to set up
Sheila's daughters.
But why would they kill Tom, though?
Because they saved Sheila.
Oh, he saved Sheila, okay. But why kill Hollis?
Because he was looking into information about Tom, which could lead to whoever did this.
I still think both of them were accidental murders, and they were really trying to take either Deacon or Sheila out, and they just kept screwing up.
So they're stupid criminals. Well, you know what? That could actually make sense. That could be one of Sugar or Sheila's kids who are not experienced doing something like that, and was really trying to take Sheila out. That could happen. I mean, no one is more dedicated to their crimes like she is, so I understand she couldn't give a master class in time to do it correctly.
Oh man, that would be hilarious if that's really what it was.
Yeah.
Just somebody screwing up and he just killing the wrong people.
Delmonica said Bill did know Tom from being at the festival. He may have not known about the relationship at that time.
He didn't know him, no. Because remember when they were talking about him playing at Il Giardino, and it was like they had to explain to him who Tom was. So it wasn't like he knew him like that. He didn't even remember the guy, apparently.
Oh, I mean, because remember, Poppy was like, you were passed out drunk when I was sleeping with Bill.
Yeah.
Wow. She hopped from one to
the fact that we are even discussing this much in depth about freaking Tom Star on this show with that horrible song that he sang.
Wait a minute, who was that said? Remember, Keish, somebody was saying how bad his music was.
That was Jack.
Yeah.
Well, look, and same sentiments. I completely agree. I mean, they made a whole big deal about him being a top musician. I'm like, Poppy, you were listening to this? And when they did that cutaway scene where it showed, like, he had that bad black wig on, and she was like, that was great. She had no emotion, no nothing. I'm like, were you taking one of your mints when you were listening to him?
Girl, she thought he was the best thing since sliced cheese at that time. Girl, sure, she couldn't wait to get that man out of his clothes.
The fact that they even tried to sell us that Poppy and Tom were a thing, like, I don't even know. I don't understand it.
Remember,
I just can't take any of it serious.
Shoot, that girl said I always would keep a piece of you inside of me. Well, we know he been there.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was
And that
kind
makes
of a weird way to say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious to me. So we know she's been involved with a couple of people within a short period of time. My question is when they're going to tie in Jack, especially when he's like completely devoted to his ex-wife's sister so much that he's going to go out and protect her. And I see where Finn gets this protection for other women outside the women they're with.
Hey, Bree. Jasmine.
And now Jack is doing it for Poppy. I'm like, were you sleeping with her? Clearly, it was something.
Yeah, because he is over there like, I'll do anything for her.
Listen, Jasmine Williams calls Finn a 6-pack simp.
Yes, that is pinpoint accuracy. Thank you, Jasmine. And he gets it from his daddy, clearly.
Yeah, this whole thing is a mess.
I enjoy so much though Lee and Jack scenes. The way that she just like everything out of her mouth to Jack is just like she does it with venom, and it's hilarious.
Something wrong with that girl. Girl, listen, something wrong with that girl. She came past Finn's office talking about I thought I was on the wrong floor. Ma'am, are you working too hard? Do you need to get some? Or you been sipping a little bit of something? She don't even remember what floor she was on.
The doctors, they work long hours. And, you know, it's probably the stress and everything. Every hallway probably looks the same. I don't know. But she definitely needs to get her some. I was hoping Justin would stay along. They talk, they meet up, and he knocked the cobwebs off, and then he goes about his way. And just give her something that will put a smile on this woman's face. I want to campaign for that. Put a smile on Lee's face, please.
Would y'all want to see Jack with Brooke?
No.
That was a fast no.
Because we know it would last maybe 6 months before they just put her right back with Rude, so it's pointless.
You're being very generous.
I was about to say like 90 days tops before he talks about, oh, my Logan, oh, my destiny, my everything is Dusty, Destiny, everything.
I kind of wish they would have kept Hollis around. I like Hollis. Hollis seemed like a cool dude.
This is the most we have ever seen Hollis, except for when he was trying to date Brooke.
He should have got with Hope.
Hope ain't gonna think that.
Her daddy owns a restaurant. As many times she's probably seen how she's not giving that man not one look.
No, I'm not even talking about the finances. They could have wrote it where, you know, this is somebody that she thought was hot that she can slip off with every now and then.
They would have needed to write Hollis a little differently, even as a waiter. Just his whole persona was just goofball, like unserious. I wouldn't have taken those two seriously, even if it was just her having fun with him. It was just, I don't know, the way that they wrote him. It was more like a comedy special every time they had Hollis on screen. Just goofy. I just didn't take him serious.
He's an attractive man. They could have did something with him, and you know, if to keep Hope out of this whole Finn and Steffi thing, he's probably the only one that would have maybe fit if they had a pivot and redirected his character and his storyline that he can do something with Hope. Because they tried to put him. They tried to slide him up on the Brooke, and they went on a whole date, and he got dressed up and everything. So if he can date Brooke, he can date Hope.
He went to
Take that serious either.
I didn't hear. I just for the fun of it. We need something else. Put her with some other dude that they can just, blow.
I feel like there's no reason why they just can't have Hope legit focus on herself and reinvent herself in a different way, not to be like Brooke. Just the same as they had Steffi single for a couple of years. Like, why not just let her? Because she always talked about how, after her and Liam broke up, how she feels different. It's almost like maybe a weight was lifted off her shoulders. But like, have her legit focus on herself and her kids. Like, why do they have to?
Because there will be no soapy drama. I mean, technically, if you got Steffi and Finn, okay. I mean, right now they're not even sleeping together. The only thing we got was a steamy kiss and a long conversation.
That was a steamy kiss.
That's what they wrote in the spoilers, that it was supposed to be a steamy kiss, but all we saw was a kiss and a long conversation. There's Brooke and Ridge ain't even sleeping together anymore, like we would really care. We don't see Brooke and Donna unless he talking about either going get his martini or go play pickleball. And She-Con was hot, but we haven't seen a She-Con scene in a minute. So they got to do something to bring some type of protagonist and antagonist drama. And this is what they got, them three.
I guess my point, they can still have a protagonist and an antagonist and some type of drama. But just like Thomas didn't have anybody for 4 years, and just like Steffi didn't have anybody for 2.5, almost 3 years, why do they feel the need to make this be the next thing that Hope does instead of creating some type of other drama? Like, are they just not creative enough to do that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, Brooke has retired her 304 ways. She is sanctified and she is fully clothed. So someone has to carry on the tradition of the Logan family.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least her mother's ways.
You know who they should have had be all over the place in a mess was Luna. Instead of bringing her on here as somebody that just fell in love with RJ in a matter of a week. And her life pretty much is all about RJ. Like, everything is RJ. She should have been on her age.
Whoops. Hold on. Oh, my thing fell over. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello?
Go ahead.
You all right?
No, my tablet flipped over. That's all.
Okay. I hope it didn't break.
No.
And the thing is, there's only so many people in that girl's age group that she could probably mesh with. So that's why they keep circling around her and RJ and Zende. At first, I thought they were going to go with the pregnancy storyline because she was having some stomach problems, but I guess she's healed. I told you she just needed some antacid. But the way it was set up, it was set up like maybe she could have been pregnant. But I don't know, I feel like just a lot of dead-end storylines. And hell, B&B is not having any love scenes either as of late.
Nope.
I mean, as like, I know that Weinard, has their love scenes with the elevator music, but at least they have them. I can't really recall the last time I seen a love scene on Bold and Beautiful, except for Dope, and that was however long ago.
Yeah. Like, we don't even get... Oh, wait. Bill and Poppy just had one. I mean, it wasn't a full love scene, but...
Oh, yeah.
It was a couch flop.
Yeah.
And everybody sits on that couch, too. They even call it...
It's like... Well, you know what? It's like... When you go to people's houses now, do you look around and go, where do I sit? Everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Man, did we cover everything?
I think so.
I think we did.
Okay.
Only 2 storylines.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Let us move to our last segments. Flip the script. Who's taking a seat? So for your Young and the Restless flip, what you got?
For Y and R, I honestly wish Adam and Chelsea had just stayed in Maryland.
to be with their child instead of this whole cheating thing that they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes them play bad parents.
Yeah. What you got, Keish?
I'm petty, so I would still have Katie being a little B to Claire still. I feel like they snapped her out of that too quick.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What
yeah, I wanted Sally and Billy to take that jet and walk in. Surprise! Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I wanted a continuation of Nate and Audra. Y'all left us hanging. So give me more of some. Y'all need to spice it up.
Right?
What y'all got for bold?
So many.
I wish Hope had said yes, just to stir up trouble and to cause it to be a wedge between Thomas and Paris, proving that Thomas is not over her.
That's a good one. I like that one. Mine would have been changing that dialogue between Brooke and Hope.
Mm-hmm.
From how she's saying that she's only wants to get back with Thomas because of her feelings for Finn, and just keep it on on script, on track with what's been going on, and basically just have her face the fact that her and Thomas can't be together anymore because he's getting married, and he's obviously not changing his mind about that, instead of turning it into something that it's not.
Mm-hmm. What you got, Trish?
You know, I like both of those, and I also really wish they would have had Paris hear it all, not walk in on it, because then it could be a bigger building story, but hear it all. But she didn't hear any of it. She was just flaunting around outside, chit-chatting with Brooke and Ridge. So yeah, I really wish they would have had her hear it.
That's a good one.
I wish the Logans would stop playing like they so concerned about Hope and Thomas being together.
Right.
Because they didn't care less about, they did not want that man with that girl. And then all of a sudden you got Donna sitting up there talking about, oh my God, I don't believe. Girl, stop. You don't want them together. Just shut up about it.
Right. Where is this unabashed support coming from now?
Exactly. All right, who's taking seats on Young and the Restless? Everybody at the same time. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, go. Kyle.
And Summer, but in different rooms.
Yeah, they both can have a seat.
I'm actually going to give Lily a seat. She normally don't get one, but she get one this week.
I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give Adam a seat for that little comment he made when all eating lunch.
Oh, we're talking about drinking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasted.
You so funny, Trish.
We were 3 sheets to the wind, man.
I know. What you got, Bree?
I had Adam and Chelsea again, and actually throw Jack in there too, because he'd be mad at his son all day. It's his own fault.
That man's been in a seat every week for like the last 6 months.
Well, I know, right?
And he's going to continue to do that until he does better.
Well, he absolutely will. Face the wall. Turn that chair to the wall.
Wow.
You're in timeout.
All right, what y'all got for bold?
I was happy to see Jack, but he's going to take a seat for that comment he was talking about regarding Poppy, as if he was sleeping with her, that she was a great love of his life.
Well, you don't want him to do that, Bree. He might take a seat Poppy might take a seat with him.
It probably wouldn't be her first time.
I know, right? All right, Keish, Trish.
I'm gonna have Brooke and Hope both take seats for again, I'm harping on it, but
Mm-hmm.
that switch in dialogue of
Yeah.
her using Thomas to get over her feelings for Finn, and Hope so goofy ass, like, you know what? Maybe you're right.
Hey,
Mm-mm.
I can use that as an excuse.
That's fine.
Hey, I can use that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm with you on that one, Keish. I definitely think Brooke needs to take a seat. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, Hope didn't even bring Finn's name up. She did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to give Finn a seat because he just cannot stay away from having conversations with Hope.
Yeah.
Even though he said, I'm going to put you first. And he actually shared a tear thanks to Bree bringing it up every week for the last 2 months.
Yes.
That's for Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I was so
He actually shared a tear. Can you believe it?
one tear, but it was there. I saw it.
One. I laughed, so I was like, oh my god.
Girl, listen. Go ahead, Keish.
I'm going to be so pissed if after this last little speech he gave her, talking about he recognizes how basically goofy he was being, asking her to accept Sheila into their lives.
Mm-hmm.
If they do another round of this clown trying to get Steffi or trying to convince everybody that Sheila's changed again after this whole Tom and Hollis murder mystery thing gets cleared up and it's not Sheila, because you know everybody's gonna blame Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be so mad if they have him. Well, it wasn't Sheila like everybody thought. She has changed. Like, sir, that does not wipe out everything that she did. So stop doing that.
So she actually was a human for once, and okay, no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I need them to stop going back and forth with Finn and the Sheila crap.
Yeah.
If they do this again, I'm gonna fly to California.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna throw rocks at Belle's window.
Dang.
Oh no, Keish, no.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I already did my seat. So did everybody get all their seats in?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your star of the week, Young and the Restless.
I'm gonna give it to Susan Walter. She plays Diane.
Oh, okay.
The scenes that she had with Michael Mueller, they were great scenes, but she just did a wonderful job, an amazing job.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Michael Mueller again for his scenes with Summer, and just the way that man plays a pompous jerk is he is very good at it. I can't remember. There was one little line he said to Summer, and I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna have to go back and clip it and send it to you guys. But he had me in tears, like laughing at him because he was just such a jerk. But
I like when he talks through his teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So funny.
I'm gonna give Sean Dominic a star of the week because we actually got the grace, the beauty of his body, shirtless.
Oh, yeah. Not the scene I would want him in, but you know.
I know, Bree. Dang. I was paying attention to him. And then the way he was looking at them bedroom eyes and everything, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, those eyes, they just melt.
it's effortless.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. So I don't know, Bree. I guess you could have watched him if you didn't want to see Audra.
Just put your hand over that side of the TV from afar, and then you just see him.
Right. See, thank you, Trish. That's exactly what I do.
Okay, good. Well, you know what? You could actually put a mirror on the back of your hand, and then you see yourself with it.
Oh my God. Y'all so funny.
I'm kidding. It was actually starting really good. I guess nothing's going to continue on to next week, but I do love a good love scene, whether it's people I like or not. But he definitely looked very sexy, and I will give that.
And then your pickle of the week, Young and the Restless.
Harrison's parents.
Harrison's parents.
Harrison's parents. Okay, gotcha. Keish, Trish.
I'll agree with Brie.
Okay.
Harrison's parents were both annoying this week. That whole little storyline is.
I'm gonna give it to Victor because Victor get on my nerves.
Yeah.
I mean, leave Adam alone.
For real, leave Adam alone. Yeah. I don't know. I guess, I mean, until it was going to be Katie until she included Claire. And
Dang.
then she included Claire, and I'm like, well, crud. Okay, I can't give it to her now. Maybe the writers that came up with the storyline between Kyle and Summer that made them do this stupid stuff. I don't like that storyline.
Okay. All right. Did y'all get y'all in, Keish and Brie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we do have one other announcement, and Keish.
Our star of the week.
Oh, we did the star of the week. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Bold. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, the bold pickle. Oh, yeah.
Bold star to pickle.
Bold star. We got to do the bold star and the bold pickle. Sorry about that.
The star for me is Annika.
Okay.
The star for me is Tanner Nolan's Tear Ducats.
Oh, Lord. Man. Keish.
I was proud of him.
Yeah, I have a couple. I'm with Brie with I thought that talk between Steffi and Finn was nice, and his little tear at the end. But I also liked Hope and Thomas's goodbye scene.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt and Annika for how they played that scene out was very good.
Okay. And I gotta give it to Naomi. Cause that's a feisty woman now.
Yes, it is.
I mean, every person except for, cause she criticizes Finn, she criticizes Jack. I think the only person she don't criticize is Steffi.
She's probably afraid of Steffi. She might try to take her out.
That girl. Yeah, she used to. But yeah, everybody, Poppy, everybody, she criticized, and maybe not Bill. She won't criticize him. But yeah, I gotta give it to Naomi. That girl came up in there with fire, and she had me rolling when she said, "Oh, I didn't know what floor I was on." I'm like,
when she told Jack, when she said, "What are you here scoping out nurses?"
Right. She sure did.
Which means he's done it before.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, pickle, bold.
The writing for Hope.
Okay.
That whole scene between Hope and Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I gave the star to Annika is because she pulled every single scene off seamlessly. I mean, it was impressive.
It was impressive.
It was.
All right, Bree, did you get yours in?
I was going to say the writing and Brad Bell for bringing Thomas back just for him to leave.
Yeah, I agree with. That's what I was going to say too, Bree. They pivoted that darn thing so fast. I'm like, wait, he's leaving?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing in the spoilers for the week of the 15th through the 19th that mentions anything about Thomas. It's all about this murder mystery and Finn and Hope. Yep. All right, you guys. I think that is it. Oh, Keish. Go ahead and make your announcement, girl.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I won't be here for 6 months in October, starting in October, but I'll be back in April. But you still have a couple months with me, so.
Aww.
Oh,
Keish, we love you and we thank you so much. You're a BAMF, and everybody can go look that up because I can't say it here.
Yeah,
Nasty.
yeah, she'll be deployed away protecting the country.
And
Thank you.
My
Yeah.
pleasure.
I know when she told me, I'm like, no.
already again, I know.
That's how we got you, Trish.
It is. I know. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to step in. I'm so excited. Thank you for inviting me. And then when I got to meet Keish when you came back, I was so excited too that y'all wanted me to stick around. So thank y'all for including me because I enjoy this so much, and you guys are just amazing.
Yeah, Bree too. Bree came in, J Money came in, and it's just been one big party.
Yeah, it's been
Great
so much
talk.
fun to do this with.
And all the people in the chat rooms liking and posting and sharing your ideas too. Thank y'all so much. It's so much fun to be here with y'all.
Yep, I agree. So she still have, you said October, so you still got about 3.5 more months.
Yeah.
And then that's the other thing that we was talking about, because when the gates start up in January, you won't be here.
I know. I'll be able to watch because I had the Paramount app. I'll have my my iPad and stuff with me, but of course it won't be on the same time schedule as you guys will be watching.
Right.
Send us any comments you want us to shout out.
Yeah.
That.
Yep. I think we used to do that. You would send a voice memo onto the podcast side. Remember?
Yep, I remember.
Yep. So, yeah, we got to make sure that we include you some kind of way, girly.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you guys. So I appreciate you. Stay tuned for the spoilers for the upcoming week. I did not get a chance to watch Young and the Restless because the video kept being removed. So I'm going to hopefully try to find it.
I think it's out there now.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I got to go watch it. And stay tuned for the recaps. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.